It's July the 5th, 2019, and today in Seoul it was extremely hot. Yesterday it was very hot, and the day before it was hot. Now, it is July, this is the height of summer, but what's unusual this year is that Jangma, the rainy season, just hasn't arrived yet. Usually it arrives in the middle or end of June, but this year it has not arrived. We're into July. 2 weeks ago, the Korean weather report was predicting a rainy spell, a big rainy spell this week. That week has come and gone, and people are starting to scratch their heads. Now, if it turns out that Jangma does not arrive this year, there is a larger question, which is connected to a general pattern of climate change around the planet. It's been lethally hot in parts of India and parts of the Middle East. And in the Arctic, there's been an alarming degree of warming and melt. Are those Arctic weather systems, the changes that are happening there, affecting more localized systems in Korea, North and South Korea, in India, and so forth? That is a question worth asking. Now, the movie maker and artist Kent Tate recently used the term the acceleration to refer to what is happening in terms of global climate. I don't know exactly what he meant by the term, but my understanding of it is that he's thinking about the way in which climate change will speed up. We'll enter a period of crisis, and these climate changes will start to accelerate. Will it happen this year, or will things normalize after a couple more weeks? Will the rains finally come? Will the Arctic temperatures return to normal? We'll have to see. But at this point, it does feel that collectively we are dodging a bullet. And if there's not an acceleration this year, this summer, it may happen next summer or the summer after that. We have to start thinking about this. Now, the question as well is what we can do collectively. I spend a lot of time with artists, and one trend that I've noticed among artists is that although they're very concerned about the environment, they always tend to sort of see environmental change as really having to come from elsewhere. People in print media point fingers at planes, people who show in galleries and so forth point fingers at big corporations and don't think about the way that the art world is got a tremendous carbon footprint. I mean, just wealthy artists traveling back and forth biennales and so forth. Really, there does have to be change both on a collective level and on an individual level. What kind of change can that be? Well, people are making choices in terms of their lifestyles. They're using less plastic. Hopefully they're driving a little bit less. But when you go out on the street every day, the world looks sort of the same as what it looked like 10 or 20 years ago. There are a lot of individual drivers and cars. Car usage is crazy, you know. Why don't more people use small electric, they call them kickboards over here, little electric devices that sort of carry you around, sort of they look like skateboards with handles. Why aren't more people biking? You just don't see very much of it. I see probably a dozen people on bikes every single day. I see tens of thousands of people in cars every week in Seoul. When are the big changes going to happen, and what specifically can creative people do? That's my question for today.